7 feet, number 32, Karl Anthony Towns. At guard, at 6'2", number 11, Jalen the head coach for your New York Knicks, Mike Brown. Fans, let's hear it for your New York Knicks.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Santi Aldama is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Wells. Then there's Ja Morant. And for New York, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. Well, we're starting to creep, Clark, towards the midway point of the season. Isn't it amazing how fast this season can go by? You and I look at each other and say, wow, can't believe we're already here.
Well, you know, Kevin, I think it's a function of us getting older, if you will. They say time seems to move faster the older you get. But clearly it's the same for the players as far as how fast the season goes. Opening night happens, and then before you know it, the All-Star game is coming up. And then you get to the backside of that, and it's usually all downhill to the playoffs and beyond.
And here's Brunson outside. And the three ball is good.
This speaks to how confident a shooter Brunson is. I mean, outstanding at pulling up off the dribble.
Morant against Brunson. Ja Morant again. Morant's got his second bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. He's not there.
Here's Morant. After New York gets the three. Pass to Aldama. 6 on the shot clock. And again, Ja Morant. 6 points for Ja Morant.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. Here's Jackson. Misses off the right iron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Clark kicks to Brunson. Pass to Bridges. Back to Brunson. Shoots the three. Good on the triple. Brunson's got 6.
Brunson, a career 40% three-point shooter. Man, that shot is reliable.
And Aldama slams it in.
One of his specialties on display there, a nifty lead pass.
Morant against Brunson. Morant with the steal. To the paint. And Bridges with the block.
Those razor-sharp defensive instincts. Bridges really has a knack for anticipating plays.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Now here's Hart. It's stolen by Aldama. Inside, Grant. Knicks with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Anunoby. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA. And when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks. Ja Morant looking to lead the way. He said, I set the tone. My teammates feed off of it, and I love to compete. That's how we all grew up, playing on the blacktop outside, competing at a high level when there was no cameras around. Back to you, Kevin.
He's got that alpha mentality. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Robinson's checked in for New York. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 1. In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for John Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
1:52 left to play here in the first. Brunson surveying the D. Over Morant. Rebounded by Jackson.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Takes a 3. And they recover it. Here's Wells. No good with the triple. The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Out to Brunson. Clarkson for 3. And another 3 for New York.
You know, Clarkson really working on his range, and defenses better wise up to it.
59 seconds left in the first quarter. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Out to Brunson. No good on the triple. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Towns finds Clarkson. Some nice passing by New York here. Towns a screen on Morant. Brunson no good.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
The Knicks leading by 3. There's the triple. Hart, that's good. Hart's got 9 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Morant with it. 13 points in the game. Jackson a screen on Brunson. Here's Aldama. The Grizzlies with another miss. And so it's New York with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And the 3-point shot has been big for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for New York.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far, they are hitting at a high clip.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Sharing the perimeter spots, it's Clarkson and Bridges. Then there's Miles McBride. Then it's Robinson. And it's Diawara in at the power forward position. They're the group. New York will start the second one. Here's McBride. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Spencer. Robinson pulls it in. New York leading by 4. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated. And for the Grizzlies, they come in off a good outing against Utah. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. And now it's a 10-point New York lead. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Towns, he's checked in for New York. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at New York. Holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far.
Well, I think for New York, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Wells. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Knicks, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues that they just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, you know, you got to take care of the basketball. Hopefully, they learn from that game and are better going forward.
Here's Wells after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Morant. Here's McBride. Drills the three-pointer. McBride's got 9 points in the quarter. And spacing is so vital. But Clark, talk about vertical spacing.
You know, Kevin, that speaks to the ability to play in space above the rim. Think about the roller in the pick-and-roll situation, being able to go above the defense to finish a lob. Those are tough plays for defenses to stop. Helping in recovering and elevating to stop a well-timed lob, that's a real challenge for the defense.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. For the Knicks, Josh Hart, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Andrew Shamet comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Mikal Bridges. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Santi Aldama comes in for Clark. Ramteet Brunson. The sweet lefty stroke of Jalen Brunson.
With how fast Brunson plays, his pull-up is really unguarded.
Clark, how about the spark Jalen Brunson has brought to these Knicks?
Yeah, I tell you, I didn't see it coming in terms of how good Jalen Brunson has been, Kevin. I mean, I knew he was great in college, and I knew he would be a good pro, but to be kind of a franchise player, that's more than I expected. Playoff runs in all 3 years for Brunson in New York. Boy, he's given the franchise a jolt for sure, and he's a joy to watch.
Now, here's Wells. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
And that one's good. Morant.
He has certainly shot the ball well here, trying to lift his team up.
Ramteet Brunson knocks down the 3-ball. Brunson's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
1:14 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Jackson, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Brunson's got 15 points.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Aldama with the ball. Defended by Hart. Morant with a wide-open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. New York leading by 16. Towns the pass to Brunson. New York moving it around. Here's Hart. Launches it. And again, New York with the triple.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a lot.
Both teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Here's Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
Jalen Brunson has been on display for the New York Knicks, and he continues to torment them from three-point range. A total of 5 threes for him in the game now. Right back after this break.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
And you know, for that matchup with the Cavaliers, they have to be feeling pretty confident. Good teams win the games they're supposed to. We'll find out how good they are.
You can beat a team and still not be a good team. I want to see how they play.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they're going up against some good shooters. Can't give guys room to operate. You have to crowd them. Make them put the ball on the floor.
Sound recommendations from Dr. O'Neill. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
The Grizzlies trail by 17, and a hard-nosed defensive identity for this Knicks. But, GA, there's been some slippage.
Well, the challenge has been their two best offensive players get targeted at the other end. The adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link, it has some truth to it.
Starting the second half, here's Tomas Isolos's foul. They've got Ja Morant. Jackson is out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Jalen Wells. Now Wells, after Jalen Brunson missing on that last three-pointer. Now here's Morant for 3. No look there, miss number 4 in 12 tries. Brunson against Morant. Now Brunson, 15 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. That's his 6th field goal today. That makes him now 6 for 11.
He's a big reason why they're on top. I imagine they'll keep feeding him. I would.
Back to Morant. Out to the right wing. Now here's Wells. Still yet to score. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Fires the 3. And Brunson is good for 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And so the timeout here called by Tomas Isolo. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Let's see some of the numbers here for Santi Aldama. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Wells in the corner. It's good from long range. Wells has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And he found a perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Brunson, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 19. To the middle. Here's Jackson. He can't get that one to fall. Towns with the defensive effort.
Another miss. Not how he wanted to start the second half.
Takes the 3. Hart, no good. Grizzlies have got just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker at the break.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
And here's Brunson outside. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Floats it up there for Morant. And stolen by Hart. All going up court. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, OG Anunoby is one of the most physical and intimidating defenders in the league, but he is also, I think, underrated as a 3-level scoring threat.
So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Guys, back over to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Bridges. Following the basket by John Morant. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And New York making a change here. Robinson's checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Spencer's checked in. Hart, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Jackson with the screen to the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top 2-way bigs in our league.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Landale's checked in. Jackson hits both of them.
And you love how Jackson Jr. has responded to setbacks and injury in his career. He doesn't get discouraged, just makes him work harder.
Brunson, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Right wing. Spencer, the pass to Jackson. Back to Wells. Pass to Jackson. 5 to shoot. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Outside Robinson. It's good. Robinson's got his first points of the game. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
You know something else, guys? You know, they came out of that tunnel sprinting in a full stride sprint. That translated to the floor and lots of success in the fast break game.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Jackson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Brunson gets it to go.
Another hoop for Brunson. Really, he's one of the most potent scorers in the league. He's on a heater tonight, folks.
Here's Spencer, still without a basket. Here's Jackson, played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
And so it's New York with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific 3-point shooting display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Miles McBride. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now Morant. After Jordan Clarkson missing on that last three-pointer. Caldwell Pope passes to Clark. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's McBride. Connects from three-point range. And the Knicks lead by 19.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Well, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Now here's Morant. Shot from 12. Again, Memphis.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Robinson down low. He's defended by Landale.
Robinson knows his strength and great value is on the offensive glass. Got himself a hoop that time, too.
Timeout called by Coach Isolo. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. He's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Bridges comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. Santi Aldama's checked in for the Grizzlies. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Williams kicks to Morant. A shake. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got 7 rebounds in the game. And here's Brunson outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Brunson's got 29.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Here's Caldwell Pope. That one good for 2. Caldwell Pope's got his first 2 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And Memphis making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
The Grizzlies trail by 20. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Back to Morant. Down low. Loads it up there for Morant. Jackson finds Morant. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside. Wow. What can you say?
Pass to Aldama.
72-51.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. And it's good, 2 points.
And we all know Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
We've got a moment here. Let's present our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. New York leading by 19. Bridges outside. Three-pointer. Hart, that's good.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Now here's Jackson. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't.
And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. The biggest lead of the game was 24. Good! Another from 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. Here's Jackson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Hart's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that third meeting.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jalen Brunson.
Offensively, he was dialed in all night long. Scoring at will, it seemed, made the game look easy.
Here's Spencer. Brunson covering. Spencer, the pass to Williams. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Just 3 to shoot. Plays it up off the glass.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.